Good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck Johnels again, and I want to welcome to my channel. And you can tell by the title of this video, what's in the box. Well, it's pretty obvious what is in the box if you look fairly closely here. That actually says about right there, Gold Monster 1000. So that's basically what's in the box, but that's not as much about what's in the box is how I got it and what you can do with it. So let's go from there. I've been a prospector in our club for about 35 years, I believe. Cheryl and I have both been in. And before that, I was prospecting with little success. Joined the club, and it's been a trial to learn anything from panning to dredging on a 5-inch dredge to metal detecting, so I kind of do it all. Been on the board of the club, and we've Cheryl and I both have taken over in the past doing all the outing events, backhoe digs, Christmas parties, North Country meetings, metal detecting, coin hunts. So anyhow, in doing that, we got to know everybody, and we're off the board now. And we still do the North Country meeting up here in Arizona, in northern part of Arizona. And at that meeting, they had a drawing. And the drawing was for a $600 gift certificate to A&B Prospecting. And we were blessed to win that. Cheryl was. Her ticket was drawn, and we got that ticket. Now that ticket that won that gift certificate was a donation from A&B Prospecting. I'm sure it was Ryan at A&B, who was a good friend, and the club itself. So there was like a 300 portion of each entity there to come up with this gift certificate. So, and getting that gift certificate, we had to figure out what we wanted, and seeing as how my birthday was coming up, Cheryl broke down and let me do it, let me have it, and so that's how we got to where the box is. And I just wanted to thank the Roadrunner Prospectors Club, and I want to thank A&B Prospecting. Ryan, we've known you a long time, buddy. And congratulations on your youth pastorship at your church. I heard about it. And thanks to Tim at A&B Prospecting up in Prescott Valley. That's where I picked up this detector from. He walked me through a lot of the stuff on it, and we got a good price on it, and now it's sitting on my floor. So we're going to have to look inside here in just a minute. Okay guys, so as you may have guessed, I'm in my office now. I'm not even in the shop. So we're going to do this opening of this box and see what all's inside. I'm sure most of you, if you've got a Gold Monster 1000, that you already know what all's in the box and how all this goes, but there's those who don't, so I'm going to give it a quick go. We're going to be on the carpet here in the office, so don't have a bench or a table in here, but you know, that's what we got to work with, so that's what we're going to do. Be back. Okay guys, so I'm going to have to be down here on the floor with the box, I guess, so I didn't kick the camera over that time. So let me flip my viewfinder around so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so here we are, the genuine Minelab box. And Minelab does a good job here of giving you all kinds of good stuff in here as far as literature, and it's in like 5 or 6 different languages. If you look at these, there's 2 of these, and they tell you all about the setup and whatnot. Comes with a genuine scoop with a belt hook on it, serrated edges, depth gauge on it, so all good stuff. And here's the brains, the control. Everything's packaged real nice. So there that is. We'll get these folders out of the way here for a while. Let's get inside here. Obviously, we all know what this is. It's the 5-inch coil armrest. Batteries. Now this has 2 batteries. For some reason I only see one. Is there one in the machine? I think there is one in here. Let me look. Just so you know, you turn that. Yeah, there's one in here. Now I haven't charged these yet, so let me line up my little lines here. There we go. So there's one there. So we've got 2 batteries. Set of headphones. I like these. They're real lightweight. And they are Minelab headphones. Let's see. I got miscellaneous stuff in this bag. It's a lot of the clips for the control box and for excuse me, boy. The armrest, and this is a battery type charger, and this, I believe, I've got to look at it, make sure, I don't want to tell you wrong. This, oops, move that back a little bit. This looks like an adapter for about any kind of thing you want to do with this charger. So it's got all the little prongs for your outlets, different kind of outlets, 20 amp, 15 amp. I can't remember what this is. Is this a 30? Twist lock? Yep. So you can do about anything for plugging in and charging, which I haven't done. So all that being said, what you've got now is your sections of your excuse me, your sections of the rod that holds everything together from your coil up. And the coil has this little plastic bolt in it already. And one of these should have that on it. I don't know which one. Okay, so that's what we got. That's hard on the old knees. That's what we got for everything that was in the box. So now we'll have to start putting it together. So give me just a second. Get blood flow back into the legs. And be back. Guys, let's put the shaft together. I misspoke earlier. Get down here on my butt. This is an adapter. I don't know why they give you this for sure. I'm not sure why you'd want to use this then do the other. So I don't know what that's all about. But so anyhow, the way you know what's what here. This is the top. It has the plug in it. So the top screws into the middle. Honest, it does. And you want to really make sure this is tight. And you're not seeing any of that, are you? So, let's do this. Yeah, I'm not used to doing this on the floor, guys, but so anyhow, right here, this screws together in here. Make sure it's as tight as you can get it. just so it doesn't come loose on you. This piece here, make sure the rubber washers are in here, one in each side. Okay, it screws on to this lower. Like I say, this isn't hard. This takes a little time. I can't imagine this having more than 10 minutes in the whole thing, and that's doing the video and everything. Okay, so now, other than the box in the way, what we've got is the whole thing put together, the whole rod. So we'll take the coil now. And here's the coil. And this fits right in here. And the bolt goes through that way on the side. And this threaded end is over here. That's a little longer to do some of the stuff I do. This little bolt is really important. You don't want to over tighten it and crack it, but you want it tight enough where your coil isn't moving around, but you can still move it. So that's all that is for that end. And next, ow, kneecaps are hurting is what's next. I'll take two of the clamps. Let's see if it's on the armrest. Yes, they are. Here's two for the armrest. So Minelab comes through again. Okay, so like I say, it's hard on the knees. So the best thing I can do now, I'm trying to see an easy way to do this. To put this on, I'm sorry, but so we'll take one of these clamps, excuse me, and we'll come right back. I'm going to see if I can get you a little bit better view of what's going on here, because you can see right where the control box is. That's the blue thing right here, and there's the end of the top rod. And it'll go on down here, and we'll take this clamp and slide it on first, and it'll go over top of the ends on the bottom of the control box. Let's see, I got the one. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can get a better view of this. Okay guys, I think this might work a little bit better for you. So let me get down here, and we're going to slide one of these clamps on, and the clamp itself has a little groove on the inside. Well, it's not a groove, it's a ridge. And if you look on the back of the control box, right here there's a little groove, and this will slip on like that. Then when you tighten it down, it'll fit right in there and be tight, and it won't go anywhere. In theory, that's the way it works, just like that. So, that being the case, let's do this. And we'll leave this slightly loose until we get it kind of positioned where we want it. And again, you want it to be lined up, kind of centered on the coil, as best you can. We'll tighten this one up. Alright, maybe this wants to be down farther. Okay, the other clamp. There we go. And you want this tight enough so they don't rotate. I mean, the control box doesn't rotate. And then we'll just snug it for now and get it so and I'm guessing it's got a good enough on it. I'll keep adjusting this down, and I'll show you why here in a second. Because we're going to do the armrest about the same way. That does fit snug. That fits good. See, now armrest needs to go where it straps right here on my forearm. So what we'll do is get a clamp. I think these are identical to the other ones. Yes, they are. And the armrest will kind of go the same way, like yo. And I know you can't see it, so bring it back up here. And this one will go this way. And then this will go on. Oops, that went good with it. This one will go this way. And what you got to do is get this so you have it close to your elbow, like about there, and we're fairly square there, so we'll do it right there for now. Okay, and that's the bottom clamp. So we'll put the other clamp on, and this will be pretty much all together. And it seems really simple, and it is, but you know, a lot of people get kind of squirrely about this kind of stuff, and they're not sure that if it's going to be right, and all that happy junk. So, but it's pretty hard to screw this up. I mean, it really is. But we'll get this snugged now, both of these, and you want to sight down to where your coil is, and so you want your control box on that way. Control box to be right about there, and this turn just a little bit. Okay, so that's basically it as far as putting this in it. And I'll show you the wrapping the coil cord around it, but that's really simple also. Well, I'll get that all snugged down so it'll kind of be in its permanent location. And we will be back. Alright guys, so here's how you do the coil cord. Go into the control box, and basically you can just twist the whole detector like this. And this, you don't want a real loose cord. A loose cord will cause you to have false targets, but just twisting it around there like that, and you should come up on this side over here, and if you look on one side of the control box there, right here, there's a place where you can put your cord right in there, and then I can turn this. So I need to spin that on, tighten it, and it has a little arrow here where your deal is. And you plug in, push that in, and now you're done. So, and I like my coil a little flatter than that, so I'll probably run mine something like that. And then when you do this up here at the top, you should be on the ground. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. It looks pretty good. And Velcro that, and you're off and running. So that took however many minutes, even with all my screw ups here. So you do have a plastic cover on your screen. That's how easy that comes off. So now we're done. So that's as easy as that is. Now I'm going to put the batteries in the charger. charge them overnight. I'll probably charge both. Alright guys, I pulled the battery out of the detector. If you look in this end, hope you can see that, it's pretty dark in here. Right here is where you plug in. Now this is the charger, it's a wall charger. And this is one of the adapters I showed you earlier. It has the 2-prong, that's probably what I'll use. And you take this and you plug it in here. And plug that into your outlet and it'll charge and it'll blink little lights. If it's flashing green, it's charging. If it's solid green, it's charged. And if it's red, you got a problem. Alright, be back. Guys, so I got the wall charger plugged into a power strip here. And you can see the little green light blinking. So when that quits blinking, it'll be a solid green and it'll be fully charged. So, and the other charger you can hook and charge off a battery, which I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to do a little reading on that, figure out how that works. But for now, this will work. I'll charge this one, then I'll charge the other one, and it'll be ready to go. Alright guys, this is just a really sweet pair of headphones. I really like these. They are genuine Minelab. They're adjustable here. You just slide them up a notch there, this way, so you get them to fit your ears. The cord plugs into the back of the detector. I don't know if I can hold all this and show you, but we'll give it a go. We'll come over here. Now you're seeing the back. Let's see if I remember where it's at. It should be right, right there. The little raised portion right there, and that's it. You're plugged in, and then you're set to go with your headphones. I always wear headphones, by the way, just because I do. Alright, so I think that's the last thing other than that charging with a battery thing. I'm not sure how that works. Alright guys, I finally got the battery charged. It only took a couple hours on each one, maybe 4 hours on each battery. So they're charged now. And what I'd like to do maybe is do a little quick setup type of thing here. And I can't hardly see it in my viewfinder, but we'll try it anyhow. So let me do it this way. Now I'll kind of hold this thing. So what you want to do to start out, the controls are real simple here. You know, the power button, then you got up and plus and minus, and this is your depth. So if you hold this power button in for 10 seconds, and then get the line across the top, so now it got rid of the electrical interference, and now you can see here at the top, right here where my thumb is, that shows a nail. Over here shows a gold bar. So the gold's on this side and it goes across the top, and the ferrous metal's on the other side. So if you go wide open on this, the center's blacked out on the circle, so you can back out. And a lot of people will work like in one, and I guess that helps to ground balance, you know, if you're one or maybe a little bit more even. And to ground balance this machine is really easy also. You just start pumping your machine up and down, but you don't do it in one spot like here. Yeah, boy, I got lots of glare and I can't see where I'm at here. So anyhow, you travel all over your ground, you know, till you get it balanced and it quits beeping. And I don't even have a target for you here this morning. I have nothing. Wow. I guess I'm not ready to do this first thing this morning, but anyhow, it's a really simple machine. If you're wanting to go deep, boy, this is tough here this morning. See this target, or this right here is showing deep. Well, if you go deep there, you can't hardly ground balance. It gets, you can hear that. And for general purposes, you could go anywhere from your sensitivity here, right where my finger is. I guess you can see that. Your sensitivity, you don't want to go full closed on this with the dot in the middle. Just go here, then you can pump up and down, but you don't just go in one spot. You go all over so it balances. There's a piece of metal of some kind there, but there we go, we're pretty good. So if you go across and you get a target, now that's so unfair, whatever's there. You can see across the top. So it's it's going this side over here. So anyhow, that's a really poor setup for you, but that's the best I can do this morning. It's really simple. I'll actually get together, do a little detecting and do a setup on this machine. So anyhow, that's it for this morning. Like the words say, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, give a great comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get future notifications, and definitely come back.